What does it say?
News managing. Just
What?
close it. I don't know.
Okay.
Something weird.
We got a notification. Oh, Jim, that's a lot of sun. Okay. You're like a little blown out there, so
Yeah.
it's okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I know it's a little late on Sunday, and we're in the room. Mom was like, "I don't care about the live stream today. I don't 100% think she's feeling 100%. Um, I don't know. I told you guys I would be like on all week, but I like had a serious stomach virus, I guess. I want to say it was a virus. It could have been food poisoning. I didn't really eat much different than my family.
I don't
So
know.
food poisoning part, that I don't know for sure. But it was like 24 hours and it got to the point where I was like, I just have to stop myself. And Jim went and got me some of them and that took it right away. So I don't know if everything had just come out already, but it was almost 48 hours by the time I got the Imodium in me. Or 36. Let's say 36 hours. It was well over a day, let's put it that way. And that was all happening right before my birthday. And I actually said to Jim, he got me the Imodium the day before my birthday. I was like, I really don't want to have this on my birthday. I really don't want to celebrate my birthday in the toilet. Oh, where's my microphone? It's on? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's
Did
fine.
you clip it? Did you
No,
clip it on me?
no, you clicked it on yourself. I just turned it on.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know if you read the description, but I'm having a very cold cup of coffee because my husband made this for me hours ago because he's so sweet. And I was just not feeling up to straight into the live stream because we had other things that he wanted to accomplish, which he did. Well, we wanted to
Well,
accomplish, which he
yeah.
did. We had to plan grocery shopping and meal planning and those kinds of things are really cool. Jim knocked all the dishes out of the ballpark. I played with the little girl until she was going to get a CPC. You forgot to turn that on. You still think we need it, right? You set up the ceiling fan light. You can do it from there with that. Just to sit up a little bit. I just realized that. Sorry, guys. It's just got a little dark. When the
Yeah,
sun goes behind the clouds, then it's like really dark. So Jim said he was going to put the overhead on, and I forgot all about it before we started. Yep, straight down. You know. I was like, you don't have to pull it that hard. He was like two-handed it, and I'm like, I usually just do it. It's usually not that hard when I do it. Do you need help do that?
I don't think I had enough fabric underneath it.
It's okay. You also, I think you hit it with the thing, I thought. Anyway, I'm going to have my first sip. I think it's French vanilla syrup.
No, it's just straight up vanilla with
Oh, vanilla syrup with half and half.
Yeah.
It was not French vanilla, it's just vanilla? I thought it was.
I think it's just vanilla. I
Oh.
don't remember.
So if you guys watched Jim's live stream, you know that
45 people. Nobody's talking.
it's okay. That they know about your diagnosis, right?
No, I haven't been able to give them the full. I
Oh,
told
'cause you
I
didn't
told
get
them after I got my
the
after I talked
results.
to the docs and
No,
to the
no.
doctor and whatnot.
Wait, after you went to the doctor or after you got your results?
After I talked to the doctor, because I had the results, but I did not understand them until I talked to the doctor.
And you talked to them after that?
Yeah,
That's what I said. So they do know.
yeah. No, they don't know.
Yeah. Well, who do you think I was talking about? Who's they? That I was talking about.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Who's on first?
Well, I don't know. Third base. You want to tell them? Go ahead.
I am now fully blown type 2 diabetes.
Officially.
Officially, I have at the pharmacy waiting for me to pick up is my metformin. And then tomorrow they said my glucose test kit should be here. And I have to go in and talk to them because they want to charge $410 for 300 test strips. I'm like, I know.
Listen, I love you people, and you know I love my husband, but I'm about to blow my stack. 4 times. This is going to make 4 times in the last 3 days. You don't have to do that. Call the pharmacy and find out which one your insurance covers. And this way it could be ready for you, and you don't have to wait another 5 days to go in there and then tell them and then talk about it. Okay? If you call
I'm going to
them...
hand you the phone and let you do it.
I would do it for you, but I thought you were trying to do all this stuff by yourself more.
When it comes to money,
It's not about money. This is about your health care.
Okay.
Do you know that you can't afford the $415 for the test strips, regardless of money. Whatever money that we
I
have,
know that.
how much we would save, that's still a tremendous amount for test strips. So you call and you say, I have United Healthcare or whatever you have, and you say which one of my insurance, what
Yeah.
yeah, okay, and then you call, then you message the doctor and you say, can you please prescribe this one?
Well, that's the thing is the doctor put on the transcript, the paperwork, the particular type of unit that they're going to get me. Then she would add it to that, or whatever the insurance can
Oh,
afford.
good. So then I didn't, the blanket, you don't have to wait to contact the doctor. We could have called CVS 2 days ago at 5 o'clock at night when we realized how much money it was going to be, and we could have had them fix it right away.
Yeah.
Ah, he didn't tell me that. That's new news to me with the doctor so that I can go with him on his appointments. Um, anyway, he is so cool how he's like trying to learn everything. He's like, I'm reading the paperwork they gave me. I'm looking this up. I'm looking that up. I'm like, I've done this for like 15 years or something, right? And he's like, yeah, but and I was like, go for it. I'm fine with it. It's funny. I was just like, if you have any questions, I'm kind of like not an expert, but I kind of know things. But I was telling him about he wants to do a food journal, and I said food journal is really good in the beginning of your journey because that's how I found out that my body processes corn products without really spiking my blood sugar, like potato products. And the same with my sister Alicia, who had the opposite. She couldn't process corn. She could only process potato. She could have all the potatoes in the world. So that's one of the great things about doing a food journal. You basically write on there what you're eating. You do your numbers. You post meal numbers. She prescribed up to 3 times a day, which is what I got when I first started, which is your first fasting morning, and then 2 hours after breakfast and 2 hours after dinner. That's what just a good way to keep track of that you're not eating meals that are too high in carb. Did she give you a range? Because the range I got was
Mm-hmm.
anything below 190 2 hours after a meal was good. Like that means your body's processing. Your medicine's helping your body
Yeah.
process the glucose
I
properly.
don't know. I'm probably gonna have to call them back, or call them Monday and see if there's a range that she wants me to be in.
Is there anybody chatting yet?
Oh,
Sorry, no, no, no. That's fine. I just want to make sure I actually turned it on.
oh,
No, no, it's fine. If yes, is the answer yes?
Ashley says hello. How are you guys doing?
Sweetheart, sweetheart. I didn't ask you to read it. I just might. Is anybody chatting
Oh
yet?
yeah,
Like didn't forget to turn it
just
on.
just one person so
Okay,
far.
that's fine. I was afraid that because you have to click a thing that says allow the chat, and I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally do it twice or not do it at all. So I didn't mean to cut you off. Who was it? Ashley, you said? Hi,
Yeah,
Ashley.
Ashley B.
So go ahead. You were saying. I'm sorry.
No, she just says
No,
hello.
you were
Oh,
talking when I cut you off about the comments. I'm sorry. She hasn't given you a range yet.
yeah, she hasn't given me a range. I need to call and find out.
Mm.
Um,
Usually in the beginning they just want you to test. So
yeah.
find out where you're falling and what you're eating and what's causing it like
Well,
that.
the paperwork did say something about a range, but they didn't give like the average
Well, yeah.
diabetic or
Right,
the
right, right.
average range.
Well,
They
the range
just
I got 15 years ago might not be the same range you get now because
right.
age is definitely a factor, and so is sex.
Age, sex, genetics.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, I have genetically high cholesterol. Anyhow, so
Well, cholesterol's a different beast. But now my doctor actually said, I was telling her the last time I was visiting with her, I told her that the first time that I found out that I was diabetic, they were like, oh, and you got to manage your cholesterol, and let me see your cholesterol. Oh, your cholesterol's 95. Well, you're good. She said, well, they just put in a new thing that they actually want it for diabetics. They want it to be 75 or less. And I'm like,
right.
all those poor people who are on keto to get rid of their diabetes, what are they doing, So,
Yeah, 'cause last time they tested cholesterol,
same time as the blood sugar, right?
yeah, sometimes the blood sugar, and they're like, well, you must have genetically high cholesterol. And I went, you think?
And they wrote that in the
It
paperwork.
was 1400.
Yeah, your triglycerides were so high they couldn't even do an LDL
Yeah.
ratio. That's what it said. Your triglycerides were in the 2000s,
You
which
know,
is
that was,
supposed to be like up to 180.
yeah,
So
yeah,
hopefully that'll change with the less sugar that you're having in your diet. Um, so
yeah. You need to get rid of your birthday cupcakes.
bring them in here. I don't eat them like that. Does that mean he's
'Cause,
stealing?
I mean, they're like
I got the
micro
mini.
size, and
I
I'm
got the
like,
mini tiny ones because I didn't. First of all, didn't want to overdo it, but second of all, I wanted originally a Carvel ice cream cake, but just it wasn't in the budget. So I got these two little cups of Friendly's ice cream cake slices. Are they slices or was it actually like a cup?
it was like a cup.
Okay. Because on the picture they show it almost looks like a slice, so I wasn't sure what it was going to look like inside.
No,
No.
looks like 'em.
All right, let's get that, and then we'll just get a little bit of cake, like so to put a candle in and sing. And I made sure I got vanilla with vanilla and chocolate with chocolate. And is that vanilla with chocolate and chocolate with vanilla? No, just the vanilla chocolate.
Right, it's chocolate with chocolate topping.
I would have loved vanilla with chocolate topping. That's actually my favorite cake combination. Not that I ever met a cake I didn't like. I'm not joking, and you could tell by. But I do love cake. I know it goes back to my days at Custom Bakers when I used to sit and the end of the counter and watch the grandparents cook and eat spoonfuls of frosting. Anyhow,
Fine and Danny says, "Happy Sunday. I'm just now joining the live. Were you saying you went to Jim's doctor? No.
no, I
Um, we we are switching to a new doctor for the both of us, so she can go to my appointments. But right now she hasn't been.
yeah. So always up until our doctor left, when Jim got a new doctor and I got a new doctor, because I really am. I really do appreciate a female doctor. Jim doesn't care.
As long as they give me the right information,
Yeah.
stay alive.
We always had, well, not always had a female doctor. Actually, we got a female doctor, and then she left, and that's how we got Dr. Pearl.
Right.
And then when Dr. Pearl died, we got another male doctor, and we're like, no, we're out. And then when we moved here, we had the only guy who would take our insurance was a male doctor. And was remember the or sports medicine guy?
No,
Yeah.
no.
And then we were like, I'm out. I said, I can't do this anymore. So we found Dr. J over in the clinic over there. And when she left, the female doctor wasn't taking on many new patients. So she didn't actually have room for Jim.
Yeah.
So they got a different doctor. He got hit. They, being mom, also switched at the same time.
Mom
Now
feels
my
the same
doc.
way I do about Dr. Parks. He ain't doing a very good job.
Well, first of all, that's not nice. They're saying his whole name out loud and why you're doing it. Okay. It's you have to mesh with your doctor. You have to meld. I don't even know if this new doctor is going to be better or whatever. You know, I really did like the last one. I'm sorry she had to leave. I actually liked the one before her. I'm sorry she had to leave. What?
Which one?
My last doctor that just left.
Oh.
My primary. But the fact that we can be able to be in the primary appointments together is really a big thing. Now that Jim's a type 2 diabetic, we'll probably both have appointments every 3 months because that's normal with the type 2 diabetic.
Go ahead.
So no, so
got
we will
something else.
have. Oh, okay. So we will try. We will be having appointments on the same time, on the same day. So we could just go and they just do like a double appointment. You spend 15 minutes talking to me and then 15 minutes talking to him, or vice versa. It doesn't make a difference.
Fine and Danny says, Jim, so you mean you're changing doctors from the one that ordered all your blood work recently? Yes. I've been dealing with a doctor that wasn't my primary, and my primary ordered a whole bunch of blood work, but the other doctor, or she's a nurse,
Yeah, she's a nurse
nurse
practitioner.
practitioner, who I've been seeing more than my regular doctor, suggested a thyroid panel. So basically, when I talked to her last, the nurse practitioner, she basically said that when I go to see the new doctor, which is in September,
Yeah.
she'll most likely ask for another blood panel test.
I hope that it would be the full thyroid, like not just the TSH. It's, you know, we know from having sisters, I know from having sisters who've had thyroid cancer that you have to like look at other things besides just the one level that they always look at as standard. Because that can look normal while other things are going on wrong in the background. So, um, Jim and I also talked about his stamina issue. So one of the things that people have been on me about is that I need to increase my stamina, stop laying around, da 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 again.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot. That's why I now do my.
I know. I said, do you want to put the? We'll leave it. I was gonna say, yeah, that's fine. You
Yeah.
guys good? Am I back? Yeah, am I back? Oh, there comes comments. Okay, I must be back. I don't know exactly what all you missed uh, or heard, but I do everything that I can, as much as I can. When the reason I know it's not my stamina is because when I have energy and I have strength, I go gangbusters. It's nothing like, I do it until I burn out. It's like, but anyway, so I said to Jim, I said, everything you've been telling me about getting up and moving more, I was like, I think that's what's really happening to you is that because you're not working outside of the home and you're not working for 6 hours straight at any time, your body is just becoming like atrophied a little bit. You're working a little bit and I know you guys, look, I love you and I'm not trying to call you out or start a
No,
fight.
no.
I know you guys think Jim works his ass off around the house, but compared to the rest of us, he does. But compared to like how he used to work outside of the home, he does not.
No.
And I'm not going to say this lightly, but compared to how I used to run the house, he does not. Blocks. Pretend the world or whatever to get breaks. So you set a playlist for an hour, take a break for 15 minutes, go to your bathroom, then go to like just like it was at work. Go to the bathroom, get something to eat, something to drink, and when the 15 minutes is over, you put on the second playlist for an hour and you work for another hour. That was my idea for him because when he worked at work outside of the home, he worked his butt off. He worked like gangbusters. And in the home, it's becoming like harder and harder for him to maintain any energy and any strength, and even through the pain, because he's lived with pain for a long time. I'm not asking him to do anything strenuous like they would at his job, not pick up major things or move around or all these excessive movements or whatever. Because I think that what did your shoulder and neck in is honestly probably 20 years of, what's this one say?
Keep trying Wi-Fi. Just use.
Yeah, use cellular data. Sorry about that. Sorry about the internet, guys. One of the things I think that Jim's big problem has been is with his shoulder and his neck is like more than 20 years, 40, 30 years of repetitive arm movements of meat slicers and cleaning griddles and those types of things. Because it is this right arm, it is this right arm and this right neck that's got the all the issues. So, I mean, it could be gaming. I'm not going to lie and say that couldn't be a part of it, using your mouse and your joystick or whatever. But also just like, that meat slicer, that's a heavy piece of machinery. You're going to be moving around all day. And whether most of them are like left-handed and then you grab the meat and do this twisty thing, right?
Yeah.
Between that and the way you have to
Flip-flop.
clean it. What?
The flip-flop.
The flip-flop, yes. And the constantly going up to the counter. Meat counters are not like deli counters. They're meat counters usually like, hi, I'm a meat counter. This deli counter is like, you always have to be like, only see the guy's head over the deli counter. If God forbid you have a short lady, he's just like, right? Anyway, I know that that's not a big thing everywhere. Everybody's got a deli in their grocery store, or probably has a delicatessen in the grocery store. But in New York, they have delis that are just like stores that do sandwiches and sell meat and those types of things. So all of that.
The old, good old bodega.
Yeah. Well, bodegas, you never worked at a bodega.
Well,
I mean, Colquitt City was probably the
closest thing
but,
that I've ever done to a bodega.
Yeah, but they didn't have a lot of Spanish food.
No.
Yeah, so it's, because the bodega in Long Beach, oh my gosh, for $1.50 you can go in and get like 6-pound bologna sandwich. And I don't want 6 pounds of bologna on my sandwich, so we would divvy it up, or like a half a pound of cheese If we get American cheese on a roll with mayonnaise and lettuce, there was like a half a pound of cheese. You'd be like, I can't, my teeth won't go through this much cheese. But yeah, for $1.50.
All right, we got two more comments from Fine and Dandy.
Okay.
First one says, "Did a doctor diagnose Jim with diabetes, or are you saying the paperwork of the lab results specifically said he has diabetes? Sorry for the question,
No,
just
it's
trying
okay.
to follow."
Both. So
Well,
first,
yeah,
yeah,
both.
first it was the paperwork, and then the doctor confirmed it. So that's why he
Yeah.
went to the doctor follow up. She confirmed it. She prescribed medication. She prescribed a glucometer. Gave him. Did she recommend a nutritionist, or did she put in a referral for a nutritionist? You don't remember.
I don't remember. I'd have to look at the paperwork,
Okay.
which is in my office with all the other
And again, a
medical paperwork.
nutritionist. I went to a nutritionist when I was first diagnosed. They're very specific to you. They want you to go home and keep the journal and bring the journal in and say, what do your numbers look like and why do you think, what can we do?
Yeah.
My big thing at night was always to have a snack before bed, and it still is. So she was like, can you snack on peanut butter? Can you snack on
Right.
cheese? Can you snack on something that will not spike your blood sugar at night? And I was like, oh, okay. Because there is something called the glucose storm when you wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
or the dawn effect. That's what it is, because it's thyroid storm. When you wake up in the morning, your blood sugar is always high no matter what. You have to like wait a little while to come back down. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Another question for you.
Then Final Danny says, not 100%, but I feel like when you have the full thyroid panel done, they should be fasting. I did fasting for that
Yeah,
blood work.
but you didn't have the full thyroid panel done.
They just took blood and they were
No,
gonna,
they just did a regular TSH. I'm ready from your answers, you know.
yeah. But
But yes,
the,
you're right. That's a great idea, actually.
the doctor basically said, according to the blood testing, all my organs are fine and dandy. It's just my blood level, my glucose level, and that kind of thing was just like,
Well, all your organs, they don't test all. That's why you have to go for a urine test,
yeah.
because that's to check to make sure your kidneys are still okay. Now, oddly enough about that, my kidneys always looked okay during the urine test and during the blood test. And they
Yeah.
still look okay.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's a big old tumor in one. What are you looking for?
Oh, I got a buzz, and it's
Oh.
just, you're underheated by this ring till tomorrow
I
at
know. This poor
8
country is just
p.m.
melting.
I thought I saw another question pop up.
Well, there's...
Not a drop down, but an actual question.
Yeah.
But it's not showing up on my
Yeah, but I was
tablet.
going to say, mine's way ahead of yours, so you know that.
Actually, mine looks like it's frozen.
That's why. It's frozen. Well, obviously, if we're on whatever. What? So today, we learned words. I have a new shirt. I got it from Temu. I wanted to share. It says, the reason I'm old and wise is because God protected me when I was young and stupid. I have to tell you the truth, though. I got this and I loved it, but I realized that I was never young and stupid like that. I was so not a brave kid. I didn't climb fences, trees. I was like, nah, that's all right. I'm okay. Like, I just didn't have the desire at all. As I got older, I become like a teenager. I was like, why don't I know how to climb fences, you know? What's that all about? Probably because I was a little chunk of monk, you know?
Something tells me the internet is.
Can you get on your hotspot for your phone?
Yeah.
You check to see if it's on already? It could be on already. Sometimes
Well,
I find.
I tried to reboot it.
No,
And I'm getting.
no. Pull your choices down and see if your hotspot's on already. Sorry, guys. Jim is having technical difficulties. Please stand by. I might be having technical difficulties. Please stand by. I don't know. What network were you on, by the way?
Philip.
Okay.
And it's got full bars. And no, I'm not hooked up. So.
Okay. You getting back on it then?
I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we got off the Wi-Fi because of the freezing. Yesterday was my birthday. I had a really nice day. At first, I wasn't so sure because we had gone to, what are you doing? Oh, he went and got his phone. We had gone into a conversation the night before about plans for the day. And Jim was like, I'm going to do laundry. I'm going to, I'm going to do laundry. I'm going to move the desk. And I have to go to the store. And I was like, anything else? And he was like, no, that's it. And I was like, he's like, why, you have anything else planned? I was like, no, I just want to see what your plans are for the day. Midnight came around and went just fine. I mean, I was just, it's silly stuff, you know? The next morning, woke up, just went and did his thing. And I started to get a little sad because I'm like, my husband has not said happy birthday to me yet. And it's like, you know, and you're a wife. 25 years we've been together, 24 years of marriage. Come on, say happy birthday for freak's sake. But anyhow, um, he came back from his office a few minutes later with a card. I said, be honest, did you forget and you went in your room and you saw the card? And he's like, I don't know. I was hardly awake. So he made me a beautiful breakfast.
There we go. We got a
Oh,
ton of questions.
is it people
now.
telling me they can't hear me?
No.
We had a beautiful breakfast. He made me my favorite eggs with bacon and one slice of sourdough toast, buttered end to end, which was great.
Buttered end to
I have
end
to
with
tell you the truth.
Kerrygold.
I don't normally butter my toast pre-cancer. I like just plain jelly on my toast, but I need the butter now to soften the toast so it doesn't crack all over my face. Jelly doesn't always do that. Sometimes jelly just sits on the top.
Okay.
Hold
Let's
on.
go through these.
No, can I finish how my birthday was?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Sorry, just pull down this thing. Save your space, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we watched a movie called The Beekeeper. And then Jim went out and he got the dinner. We finally got to use the gift card that Mona gave us for Longhorn Steakhouse. We ordered on the app. And we had a nice dinner come home. I was afraid still with my stomach that I didn't want to eat in public because in case this was the first time I was eating like heavy food, like I guess bacon and eggs. Well, the dog had a lot of the bacon because it's too crispy, but I had some of it. But I guess like bacon and eggs is real food, but to me that's light. Having like a steak with a baked sweet potato and roasted Brussels sprouts, I felt was going to be like a little bit more heavy. So this is the first time I'm actually having like a whole meal. I didn't really want to do it in a public place in case my stomach virus wasn't over or my stomach issue wasn't a virus. So he brought it in, and I realized that I had a free dessert for your birthday, and they make this thing called the chocolate renegade. It's 2 pieces of chocolate cake with vanilla ice cream and chocolate curls. And the last time I got it to bring home, they put the ice cream in a separate cup. This time they just put it in one tray. So it was like, it was really good. If you ever want a really quick, easy vanilla vanilla drizzle, melt ice cream. So it was melted ice cream. I just drizzled it on. It was so good. It's so rich. I couldn't even eat a half of one of the pieces. Like it's like a quarter of the dessert. I could have the quarter of the dessert. That was it. And then we celebrated with happy birthday with, like I said, the mini cupcakes and ice cream. But I ended up just having the piece of the Renegade. I didn't have the other stuff. But Oreo did. Oreo, made sure I got her vanilla. Well, I got them from Mom, but I made sure I can get something to give Oreo. So they're little tiny cupcakes. And I had a good day. It was a good day.
Glad you had a good day.
Yeah.
Fine and Dandy said, Jerry, you should make a note on your phone to ask the new doctor to check your vitamin B12 and D levels.
Yes, they do that for me because I'm diabetic. Because I have cancer. I do take B12, and I was taking D3, but then had excessive amount of D3, so I stopped taking it supplementally. I needed it when I was on immunotherapy the most. Immunotherapy does mess up your calcium, which D3 does help you process your calcium and stuff, or vice versa. One of them, they're related. Let's put it that way. So I stopped taking the D3, but I just take the multivitamin, and that's got some in there. But I also take the additional calcium. I still take my additional calcium, and I do take B12.
Okay.
Additionally.
Angel Lady said hello.
Hello.
Karen K says gym, diet, and exercise can help the type 2 diabetes. Even just walking 30 minutes a day makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Um,
So when I first was diagnosed, Jim didn't live here. He lived here. He didn't live in New York with me. It was after my dad died, and Jim was had moved to Missouri here to try to set up housing for us, to try to set up a life for us here. And I got diagnosed while he was here, and I walked. I did a 5K after a few months. We walked everywhere. So good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I
no,
just
that's all
wanted
right.
to. I
That's all
agree.
right.
That's what I was going to say. I agree.
Kathy Disney says, "Hi, Jeri-Ann and Jim. I'm living in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Yay!
Finally,
Yay,
yay!
Kathy!
Yeah, no, no.
Great job.
Let's see here. Fine and Danny says, Fine and Danny. That's funny.
Well, that message was from a long time ago, so
Okay,
I'm not exactly sure which.
neither do I. Um, I guess you must be talking about your shirt because she also
Oh,
says,
yes.
Finding Daddy, is that shirt from a recent Timu order?
Yes. Very recent.
Karen K asks,
Well, I recently got it. I didn't recently order it. You know Timo.
Karen K says, Jeri-Ann, how are you feeling? You look good.
Oh, that's sweet. I feel like shit. I'm not gonna lie. I have to, because you can still look like shit and smile. Um, I'm surprised I don't have huge bags under my eyes, because I do feel like I'm anemic. Like right now, that's what I feel like. That's one of the major side effects of kidney cancer is anemia. And I used to suffer from it when I was in my menstrual cycle. When I was menstruating, I would get anemic every time I get my period. And then for a while there, I was getting my period 3 weeks out of the month. It was just, my body screwed up. So I was like anemic all the time. And that's how I feel right now. I just feel like that's a big thing. But it's life, and I'm so happy I made it to 54. I made a post on Instagram/Facebook, because they're the same entity now, saying how I realized that when you have this terminal illness with no expiration date, that's why I put in quotes, because this isn't like the doctor says you have 6 months or 5 years. This is like
We don't know.
nobody knows, right? But anyway, so with a terminal illness that has no expiration date, you learn to appreciate every day like it's your last, and every birthday like it's a milestone. And then I started to realize as I was writing it that we should all live our lives like that, like every day could be our last, because nothing is promised. And then I went on to say, truthfully, that when you're a Christian, eternal life is promised if you have your life in Jesus Christ. But no time on earth here is promised, and we never know when it can get cut short. And it doesn't even have to take a terminal illness, as you know. People die in car accidents or just have strokes or
No.
aneurysms that blow, and you just don't expect them to. You expect them. You don't know when it's going to happen and that kind of thing. So everybody, not everybody, but people really seem to appreciate that words of wisdom or inspiration or whatever they were calling it. But it was good. I was appreciative of it, because that's what I was sitting here, and then Jim was like, "Are you sure I shouldn't be doing more on your birthday?" And I'm like, "I don't know what else more to do. Like, I don't feel good enough to go out, and if I did, we would, you know." And that's kind of a one of those things that it's like not a red flag like the term now red flag, but the fact that the alarm should have went off is, look, if I'm too tired to go to the Dollar Tree, if I'm too tired to go out to dinner for my birthday, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
It's not just tired like I didn't nap. It's tired like I'm a Gen Xer. I don't know tired. Like I used to go to full. I was a night owl, and I'd have to be to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. Granted, it was just down the stairs, but it was getting up at 5:30 after I went to bed at 3:30. Almost always had a nap when I went to my dad's house in the afternoon, and he didn't care because he'd have a nap too. So it just.
You fall asleep in that chair they always
Oh
sat
yeah,
in.
the chair we used to say was
Oh,
dipped in chloroform
yeah.
because it was like,
You sit down on it, leaning back, and all of a sudden you're like,
yep, it was like good night owl. Um,
Like, who did this thing in chloroform?
that's what my dad used to say all the time. He's like, oh, that guy was messing with the chloroform chair again. But anyhow, so I just didn't feel good enough. I sat here and I played my games and I played my tablet and I talked to my friends and I chatted and I was on social media and that was enough for me. I was good. I was alive that day, so that was great. And I got texts from people I didn't hear from in a long time. I got messages on Instagram I didn't hear from people in a long time, which was really fantastic. So, yeah.
Um,
To the questions.
Kathy Disney and Karen K both basically said, "Happy belated birthday."
Thank you.
Angel Lady said, "Happy birthday."
Thank you.
I have no idea how to pronounce this person's name.
Oh,
Zatoichi
ZATOI.
Oichi.
Me neither.
Um,
Zachua? Zachua? Can I have the grabber?
no.
I just realized just because the people weren't, I wasn't on video yesterday, doesn't mean they shouldn't enjoy the birthday bow.
Right. That person asked what kind of eggs.
Oh, sunny side up eggs.
Um,
Dippy eggs, as the kids used to call them when we were really growing up. This was my birthday bow.
Mimi loves Crockett. Says happy birthday.
Thank you.
Fine and dandy. It seems like Jim's memory has gotten worse lately. Not being mean, but it's concerning. He should seriously talk to the doctor about something could be done.
Can I call you out?
Call me out. Go ahead. Call me out.
Or you can call yourself out.
Call.
Oh, Jim's memory's never been great.
Yeah.
One of the things that I know now is from ADHD, but used to get us into a fight a lot, was like, how can you remember the secret passage code, left, right, up, down, to get all the lives on this game and where the secret treasure chest is when you walk through Assassin's Creed 50 times, but you can't remember that you went in for milk. Like, that was my big thing. But we know it's called object permanence,
Yeah.
where you only remember
What seems to be important to you.
or what has just happened.
Yeah.
Like, just happened. Like, when we would have an argument, I'd be like, that's not what I said. And he could say, like, well, that's what you just said. And I'd be like, I didn't just say that. And it'd be stuff like that. And then he would be right. I would be wrong. Because it's like, sorry, I just realized I have this on the wrong side. I wore it on my birthday. I wore it on my hair yesterday. That was hot. So we just have these conversations, and then he'd be right, because I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I swear that's not what I meant to say, and my brain was not braining that. And so his memory has always been for shite, which is one of the big things that's gotten us into a lot of hot water with people on the internet, is because they think that I'm lying and not that Jim's forgetful. I mean, to be honest with you, when he misspeaks about things, and if I get in the comments to correct them, they think that I'm brainwashing him. No, he just doesn't remember properly. And he knows that. He knows it. It's just that if he's in the heat of the moment, he doesn't always think that that's what's happening, if that makes any sense. He doesn't think, oh my God, I should not say this because my brain doesn't always work. And he'll just go ahead and... And it's funny because the same thing with the glucometer. When I was not joking, but I kind of was joking. I was like, this is the fourth time. It was the fourth time, but it wasn't bothering me. This was the fourth time that I had said to him, no, you just have to call CVS. And you have to say, which one does my insurance cover? And then you'll get it. Like, you don't have to. And then originally I thought he had to then message the doctor and say, can you prescribe this one? But now that I think that he thinks that he has a blanket carte blanche, whatever one his insurance will cover, then he really just needs to call CVS, which we're going to do as soon as this is over. Even though you're supposed to go to CVS today. If I call when this is over for you, if you don't want to do it, and I know you should be, then when you go there, it might be ready, because they might give you one that's in stock. You might have to wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not a problem.
Excuse me. That was a... Excuse me. Not sour, though, thank God.
Oh, okay.
That's how the stomach virus started, with sour burps. And I was scared because, here's the thing. I couldn't think of anything that I ate different than my family. I couldn't think of... I mean, I know I take different medications, but I couldn't think of anything that like I was around that they weren't around. So if it was viral, how did I get it and nobody else got it kind of thing, right? What I got scared of at the time was, oh my God, did I get a metastases in my intestines or my stomach? Like, is something
Yeesh.
wrong? Like,
Yeah.
when you have cancer, my sister Jane said this, like, beginning. She goes, when you have cancer, you know you can make cancer. And then it could be like anywhere. And I don't get like panicky, like, oh my God, I'm stressing myself out. Because it is what it is. Like, I told my doctor about it. And if it continues, if there's any concerns, if you have any pain, like extra stuff. Yeah, of course, go to the emergency room. And I actually did contemplate, like, I was about to go to the emergency room if he didn't get Imodium. Or if the Imodium didn't work. That's what I said.
Yeah.
If you get me Imodium and it doesn't work, we're going to the emergency room because this is not right then. Otherwise, but the Imodium was fine. I took it and there was no more problems. But it was like literally everything. Like, I had a brat diet. Bananas, right through. Even crackers, because I told you I had bad burps, so I thought maybe it was up here that was causing down here to have problems. Crackers, right through. Gatorade, right out. It's just weird. It's just very weird. So, anyway, wow, that was a side note.
Fine and Dandy says doctors should check Jim's B12 and D if either or both are low. Could cause Jim to feel so
Yeah,
fatigued.
they did. That's what. That Jim was on D12, D3 for a while too, right? And then you're
I'm still
elevated.
taking D, B12,
Yeah, B12, but not the D3.
E, fish oil.
Okay, hold on. He was prescribed D2 actually, so
Yeah.
that's not the over-the-counter stuff. That's prescription stuff. But his levels had come back up. So then she told him to switch back to D3, but now she doesn't even have him on that. So
Yeah.
that was a couple of years ago actually.
Right.
But they did check that. That's when they said all your organs were good. They checked all those things for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm more concerned about like
What? No.
no, like I'm more concerned about like his testosterone levels and stuff, which is very common for men his age. They call menopause. They call it. When your hormones drop. So that's my big concern, worry about it for him, because other things can happen just other than having low T can affect other body systems besides just sexual drive and stuff. It does with your energy. It does basically like menopause for women. It basically does that for men too. Slows their energy, makes their body weight change, like how they gain weight, how they lose weight, makes their muscle tone change, lots of different things. So that's when I was concerned about getting you like a T test and
Yeah.
seeing if you're low T. That wasn't on his thing.
No. Minnie Loves Crockett asks, Jeri-Ann, how long have you been diagnosed with cancer?
I was diagnosed on October 1st of 2021. So we're heading on to 3 years here. But yeah, long time, but not that long. It depends on who you are. I found out that Shannon Doherty died today. She was diagnosed in 2015 with breast cancer. And it was in remission and it came back harder than ever. And it took her eventually. So, yeah, there's no... I actually found an old comment. I don't even know how long ago it was, but somebody was like, she's lying. This isn't a cancer journey. I went on somebody on a cancer journey. And I'm like, how many times do you have to tell people that everybody's cancer journey is different? And first of all, you're only getting 2 hours of me a week in front of a camera. And I don't always look great. I don't always feel great. I don't always have a smile on my face. I always try to have a positive attitude about it, because what's the point of having a negative attitude about it? There's nothing there. I'm looking at the wrong side of the camera again. For how long? Nobody even said anything to me. I keep looking at the green light. But that's the other side of the camera. The camera's here. The other side of the phone. Anyhow, sorry guys. That's like what does that gain? You don't enjoy life. It's hard enough to enjoy life when you have joy in your heart and you have no means of external stimulation of joy, if that makes any sense. If you can't do the things that you love, at least if you keep the joy in your heart, you have joy. Can you imagine if I couldn't do the things I loved and I kept just darkness in my heart? That would be over already. Probably out the door.
That would be me, circuit 18 years of age to 30.
30
Or,
when you met me.
yeah.
I thought that was what he meant, but I was like, 30. I know. I had issues. I had issues back then. But, you know,
I think most of
you
us,
get through them. That's the thing. You get through them and hopefully you learn from them.
I think most of us, when we hit 20, is just kind of like,
Yeah.
okay.
Especially our generation, because, you know, our parents are like, you got to get a job, you get a job, you get a job. And you're like, you want to get a job that you love. You want to get a job that you, because you've seen your parents have jobs that they hate. And then you've seen some people have jobs that they love. And people, when you have a job that you love, you realize it's not really work. It's just
Yeah.
getting paid to do something you love. Like taking care of people. It took me, my cousin introduced me to the work when I was in childcare forever and nursery school. So I taught nursery school. So I was in love with the babies. You know, it's not a big deal. But as far as the adults who couldn't take care of themselves part, I got into that in 1993. So I was 23 years old. And boy, did I not know that that's what I was supposed to do. Take care of people who couldn't take care of themselves and help them live lives that they never thought or their families never thought that they could live. There's nothing like it. And I didn't feel like I was going to work every day, honestly. I mean, it was work. Some days were actually like physical work, excuse me, where like, uh, you know, somebody was sick or
Right.
one time we had this little half bath that it wasn't a staff bathroom, but the ladies had their own bathrooms. Like the upstairs had a bathroom that the four of them shared. The four of them shared, and it was a big bathroom. And then downstairs there's a bathroom next to the two girls' bedrooms. But then there was a half bath that was kind of like off the living room. It was for anybody, but really like the staff didn't go in their bathroom unless it was an emergency. Let's put it that way. That's what I meant. So one time, one of the girls was in the living room and she got up. She only made it to the staff bathroom and she missed the toilet. Let's just put it that way. Um, she emitted. Let's put it that way. And everybody else is just like, "Ugh, ugh." And I'm like, no, it's fine. I said, make sure she's okay. Get her changed. She want to take a hot bath. Sometimes hot baths help when you're nauseated. And I just put the gloves on and went to work. I said, I tell everybody the story that my sister Jane had a stomach virus and she was going to school in Stony Brook. And she would come home on the weekends, not always, but like when, maybe every other weekend or whatever, she'd come home. And she was on her way home, and my father used to have like, we had the door, like if I'm showing you like, I'm sitting in my dad's recliner, and there's two half walls, they call them pony walls, that are separating the hallway. And I'm next to the pony wall that's closest to the kitchen, and the door is next to the pony wall that's opposite it. And here she comes in the door. She is green as the day is long, and she goes to throw open the garbage can that we keep. Still to this day, we keep garbage cans next to our seats. So she goes to throw open the garbage can next to my chair, and she missed, and she threw up all over me. And all I could say was, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Like I didn't even care that she threw up on me. I'd never seen her sick like that, without being drunk. I mean, I've seen her hungover. But that's different. This was just like she was sick, and she's like, "I'm so sorry." And I was like, "No, it's all right. Are you okay? Do you go lay down? Do you want to go to the bathroom? Do you, like again, you need a bath, like whatever it is." And we joke about it now, but that's how I kind of knew that I was going to be in that line of work, if to put it lightly, because that stuff didn't bother me. One thing that did bother me, and I'm not going to share this story, but it was when I first started. One of the girls had her time of the month, and she like scratched herself and then touched me, and I was like, that bothered me. I was like, oh wait, hold on, no, hold on. And I went running through the house, and I was screaming for one of the coworkers. I was like, help me. I was like, she's okay. You know, I wouldn't leave somebody on the toilet. I wouldn't do that if the person who was doing it couldn't sit on the toilet for a while. Like, I wouldn't just like leave somebody who's going to fall off the toilet to do that. But it was just like, I was like, ah. I was like, Kelly, please. It was really funny. But that was it. I realized that was my kryptonite. What?
Questions?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Karen K said, Jerry, I need, and this is in capitals, END. Fighting stage 4 cancer is tough. I don't forget you are a warrior.
I need end, E-N-D?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
You said I need?
Yeah, she said, Jerry, I need.
Oh.
So I don't know what that means.
Thank you, but I'm not sure exactly what it means. But I don't always feel like a warrior. Sometimes I feel like a wounded battleman. But I try. Thanks.
Finally, and Danny says, "Is yours and Jim's new doctor close?"
Oh yeah, she's in the same practice. So we don't have to change medical records or anything. Um, it's a clinic, so there's different doctors in the clinic that you can go to. Um, but this one, the first time, she wasn't booked up forever till September. She was just booked up for 2 appointments in a row. That's what it was.
Let's see here. Uh,
And actually, they're not even in a row. We found out there's an appointment between us, but it's fine. We can just stay in the same room and everything.
let's see here.
Sorry.
Kathy Disney. Only thing is, I had to fly on a plane for the first time in my life. Bad thing is, didn't get to bring much with me. The only thing I have for winter is 2 pairs of jeans, no coat, boots, sweatshirts, etc.
Well, Kathy, this is the time. If you go to, I know that you have very limited funds. Facebook Marketplace, absolutely 100%. You can get really cheap stuff on there this time of year. The other thing is the food pantries and food banks, they have clothes. I would definitely go to them, contact the local churches, and tell them this is what your story is. I had to escape with no clothes, or even if you were able to take everything you came from, people move to Colorado, come from Florida sometimes, and they don't have winter clothes, so it's like they understand that is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, definitely reach out to whoever you can to get help, because especially when you're a special size, like when you're not an average size, it can sometimes be difficult to find clothes. But definitely reach out to the local charity organizations. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but if you're special circumstances, you can go into the Salvation Army or the Goodwill, and you can tell them your special circumstances, and they'll give you a voucher for clothes. They'll give you a voucher for clothes or housewares or whatever you need. Like if you, like this, had to escape from a dangerous situation, or with nothing of your own for whatever reason, for your health or whatever, then you can go in and you can tell them that, and they can help you out a lot too. That's another thing, so keep in mind.
Corey 111 says, Jim, no more soda, spikes your sugar so bad. Mountain Dew, I mean Crossbones, and then cut out carbs big time.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the last time I had a lot of Mountain Dew. I mean, I've had maybe one or two 12-ounce bottles.
Well, they're 20-ounce bottles.
The smallest ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you buy a 12-pack, there won't be 12-ounce bottles. 20-ounce bottles is what they sell in refrigerators at the store.
Oh, okay.
And he went shopping the other day and he got one, and he's like, it lasted me all day. And I'm like, that's great, except so it's funny because this goes back to a conversation that I heard about me, about how much calories I must eat, because if I stayed at 400 pounds. Well, first of all, I'm not 400 pounds. I stay around the 350 to 365 area always for the last 25 years. But calories don't work like that. You don't just get to lay around and eat calories and have no weight gain on you. So calories is the energy you take in minus the energy you put out. So you can eat, The Rock eats 3,000 calories a day, but he burns 3,500 calories a day. So it depends on that. So if I'm just sitting around most of the day doing not much, I don't eat that many calories, and I don't need that many calories. When I was on, which was the thing I've tried to show everybody, when I was on chemotherapy, chemotherapy actually is burning calories in there. So even though I couldn't eat as much, the things that I was eating getting burned up real fast. So.
Right.
Go
Well,
ahead.
it's.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, that's the last question.
Okay.
The doctor gave me paperwork on type 2 diabetes, and it had a lot of do's and don'ts. And one of the things it did say, which I was kind of surprised, was or the paperwork, the average type 2 diabetic can have 3 caffeinated drinks a day.
That wasn't from that. You're confusing. That was from your discharge papers from the hospital. You shouldn't
Yeah.
have more than 3 You just said from the hospital. The discharge papers from when you were in the hospital. Your
Discharge
psychiatric,
papers that I got just recently.
the
Those.
diabetes one.
Yeah.
That said about caffeinated drinks too,
Yeah.
because that's not the first time we just read that. We read that on your discharge papers that you shouldn't have more than 3 caffeinated drinks a day.
Oh, okay. Well,
This one said was sugar in moderation. I thought you can have.
yeah. This one did say sugar in moderation, because there's sugar in all kinds of different
Yeah.
foods.
What
Um,
I did tell. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
but they were saying like no white bread, no potato. Basically, I can eat right now. They want me to try to slow down on the white breads and potatoes and stuff like that. Um, she did. The doctor did tell me that I can basically eat anything in moderation. Just watch your carbs, watch your sugars.
Yeah, and he wants to keep track. She wants you to keep track of carbs, right? She wants
Yeah.
to write down carbs per meal. My doctor didn't ask me to do that, which is kind of good because I would have lost my mind. Um, it's almost like how can you do it? Like oh yeah, I ate a 6-ounce sweet potato, but it was 6 ounces before I baked it, but it was 3 ounces after I baked it, but then I baked it for too long, and this would like how many? How do you measure it? It's not just pasta. Everything's not just a cup of pasta. Let's put it that way. Or a 1-ounce bag of chips.
Okay.
The other thing is, I told Jim about. I'm sorry, 1 second. Anything that they give you as a glucose recovery. So if the doctor tells you if you're having an insulin crash, basically your insulin is working too hard and your glucose is bottomed out, they tell you to have juice, they tell you to have sugar, they tell you to have fat-free milk, have a piece of candy. All of those things should not happen unless those things happen, which is why I was surprised
Yeah.
about the sugary drink as opposed to just sugary things. I've told you guys before that the fat slows the absorption of sugar, which is why regular ice cream doesn't affect me as bad even as fat-free ice cream. But regular ice cream doesn't affect my blood sugar. It doesn't really spike it. And I mean if it doesn't have candy in it, like not a mix-in candy, like if just like vanilla, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't affect my blood sugar because it's got so much fat. Candy-wise, I could have a Snickers, like a 350 calories worth of Snickers, and if I had 350 calories worth of Swedish fish, they would react very, very different on my body. Because Swedish fish are fat-free and they're all sugar and they go straight into your bloodstream, which is nice to keep them around when you're having a sugar crash, an insulin
Yeah.
crash, whatever.
Let's see here.
Now that I'm on insulin,
Corey 111 asks, "Were you affected by Hurricane Beryl?"
just by rain, we would, it wasn't too windy. We had a couple of days of rain, right?
Rain,
And
thunderstorms.
thunderstorms, yeah.
That's about it. No high winds.
Yeah, poor Oreo. We thought it was all over, and then one night before last, I think, it just blew through here. It didn't even wake him up, but she was up. She was like, I was like, oh, she needs her shirt. And by the time I got up to realize that she was still up, it was over. So she was done.
Yeah.
She fell back asleep. Jim's like, I didn't even hear it. I'm like, I know. I like when you can sleep. It's good.
I think the only thing that really affects me to wake me up would be like the tornado alarms or
Me snoring.
yeah,
The
you
tornado
snoring.
alarm does not wake us up. At 10 o'clock on the first Wednesday of every month, it does not wake us up.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
I thought we were usually up. I don't know.
Sometimes I'm like, oh wow, today's the first. We missed it.
Yeah.
That's what's scary, by the way. They don't blast it like they would if it was a tornado. They do it like multiple times over and over again. But for the alarm, for the test, they just go around. They have somebody stand at every horn and make sure that it's working. That's all they do.
Let's see here. Janelle, Jenilyn.
One more time.
Jenilyn.
Jenny Lynn.
Okay. Says good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Kathy Disney says, thanks, Jerry. That's good to know that information.
Yeah.
I
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
see, I'm a plus size woman because really don't have money to buy new stuff.
Yeah. The the I have to tell you the main reason I knew this was from working with the adults with developmental disabilities. A lot of them came to us from homes because they were not being taken care of because of financial situations. And some of them came to us with no clothes. Some of them came to us with stained and ripped clothes. Like we had to go, and they had no money. And the agency would give them some, just like donate some, but not enough. It was always enough for new bra and underwear, new pajamas, but not always enough to get all new clothes. And we learned a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Um, Jalen, I guess is her name.
Jenny Lynn?
Yeah.
Is it the person I just told you, Jenny Lynn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I don't eat carbs or sugar, mostly high protein and fat and high fat. I miss Sour Patch Kids.
Oh gosh.
Then she goes on to say that I make a ton of salads too.
Yeah. Jenny Lynn, you doing keto? Because that's what it sounds like with the high fat and
Yeah.
high protein.
Um, Corey 111 said we had 6 tornadoes from it here in New York. Six
Whoa.
tornadoes. Yeah, I heard about that.
I didn't. Are you
The
upstate? Where upstate are you? Or because I didn't hear about that on Long Island, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. Go
okay.
ahead. I'm sorry. Oh,
Margaret Rose, how you doing?
hi.
She says, Jeri-Ann, happy belated birthday.
Thank you, sweetheart.
May you have many more to come.
That's what I'm hoping for. Cheers to that.
And Jalen, I keep on saying Jalen for some reason.
Jenny Lynn.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Jenny Lynn says, yep, keto. Corey
Me and
111.
Jenny was best good friends. We were like peas and carrots. No, that didn't help.
No. Corey 111 says, upstate near Lake Erie.
Oh, all the way upstate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where Nellie lives. Oh, we've got to tell Nellie we're coming.
Uh-oh. Bad girl.
Text Nellie.
You's a bad girl.
About an hour and a half. Or about an hour. I know we had some hiccups with the Wi-Fi.
Just over an hour.
Okay.
But,
Go ahead.
yeah, no, I was hearing reports that a lot of the a lot of the East Coast states were getting like
Text Nellie.
wacky weather, tornadoes and high storms.
I don't see Nelly Wacky in your contacts.
For a second. Text Nellie.
To who?
Text Nellie.
To who?
Nellie.
Which one should I use for Nellie Hagen?
Let me look.
Which one should I
I'm
use for Nellie
looking.
Hagen?
I can't see.
Which one should I use for Nellie Hagen?
Dude.
Heck.
A mobile phone?
I don't see dude in your contacts. I don't see dude in your Who do you want to message instead?
Oh, my Lanta. Do you guys see what this is like? That's crazy. Text Nellie Hagen.
Which one should I use for Nellie Hagen?
Mobile
I
phone.
got it.
I don't see that person in...
Sometimes you just have to smack a watch. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but somebody's starting to wake up.
Let's see here. We got a Melissa Caraway.
Hello, Melissa.
She says, hi, haven't seen y'all in my feed lately. How are you? How are you?
We're okay. I had a birthday yesterday, which was really great. Jim found out he is a type 2 diabetic. I still have cancer. Other than that, everything's the same.
Melissa's laughing because of your tech,
Oh,
your tech
yes.
issues. And Margaret Rose says, Jim and Jerry, how are you two feeling?
I feel like shit. Jim feels with his fingers, apparently.
I guess I'm alive.
That's the answer we used to tell everybody. How you feeling? I feel. How do you feel with my fingers? I know, smart asses. They raised a lot of smart asses in New York. What can I tell you?
Melissa says happy birthday.
Thank you, Melissa. I know that this has only been an hour, but I don't know that I can hang on for very much longer. How about you? What's my blood sugar doing? Because sometimes when it drops, what is it? 132.
182 steady.
What? What did you put in my coffee? I haven't eaten anything.
Vanilla
Maybe I'm still sick.
And
Maybe I'm still sick.
half and half.
It wasn't fat-free half and half, right?
No, that I'm probably gonna throw away.
I thought there was none left. I thought you didn't throw it away yet?
No.
Oh.
That's fat-free stuff.
Yeah, that's
I
not
don't know
good.
why.
I took my shot before I drank my coffee, and it was 161 before I drank my coffee. Now it's up to 182. That's crazy.
I don't know.
And I have a headache, like I have a low blood sugar. Well, they always tell you, can I have my glucometer? They always tell you that. Oh, I'm going to hit the table. Hold on, guys. Let me not hit the tripod. Oh, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. There we go. How do we do? I'll live with that. Move a little bit.
A little bit.
You can move it back, right?
You want your...
They tell you if the Dexcom doesn't match your feeling, check it. Like if your Dexcom... You're so silly. That's got to be in the cold thing.
I got home. The whole thing was cold.
If your
that's right. You forgot to
if your
stick your hand in the
Dexcom
ball.
doesn't match how you're feeling, double check it with a test stick. So
Why did you pull out 2 needles?
I didn't. I don't feel good, so it's coming. It's weird. I'm losing control of things. Go ahead. You can talk
The idea of
or fix that so
control
they can see me.
is a fabrication of mankind.
Well, you know what I meant. Because I can't physically maintain. Look, if I'm having a 182, I want it to be after a piece of cake. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What?
Ethel's here.
Hi, Ethel. How are you feeling, my sweet love?
She says, great morning, beautiful Hinton family.
Aw, she's the best. I want to know how she's feeling, though. Oh, here's the test strip. Why I don't know how my glasses on for this. I don't know.
I have no idea.
That's what I'm saying, see? My brain's not working. My brain doesn't brain properly sometimes.
When did your brain ever work?
It used to work great. I had a brain people would talk about at parties.
Yeah, you wish.
Oh, I know. They used to talk about me at work. They used to talk about me at school.
Yeah.
They used to talk about me at band.
What person she was.
Hardly. Nobody there believes that, by the way. So you could tell you all this music, all the crap you want.
I don't know. Ask your sisters.
My sister, see, it's not that high. My sisters have a very different, what is it? A very different scale. Because I was their annoying little sister, so it's not even like anything that they can do. Sorry, I have to recalibrate my sensor. That's what's going on. It isn't 182.
Ethel says, sorry I'm tardy. Hoping everyone is well.
It's okay, sweetheart.
I'm now a diabetic. But other than that, everything else is pretty funky. Pretty fine.
Yeah, it's been, we were talking about this before. It's been a rough couple of days I had before my birthday. Stomach issues that we don't want to talk about anymore because, ugh. I was actually talking to Sharon, and I was like, you know that feeling when? And she's like, no. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was normal.
Ethel says, I'm still in the healing process.
Oh, of course.
Thank you for another day. Thanks for prayers for my healing and well-being.
Of course, sweetheart, of course. Yeah, nothing's going to be overnight. There's no overnight successes when it comes to healing from major issues. I mean, I'm sure there are, but that's usually just on TV. What's that, your phone?
No, it's a plane flying overhead.
It was not.
Yeah.
Really?
I can still hear it too.
Now I hear it. I hear it. But that's not what I heard before. Unless he's going in circles.
I don't know.
Jinx, buy me a Coke. But I do think, I know that Ethel just came on. I do think we're going to wind it down. Because this is actually dropping. This is dropping, 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 dropping. And I feel it. I got to get some food in me. I'm glad I double checked because believing that thing would have been like, I would have sat here and been like, something's wrong, Jim. Do you have anything else you want to add to the conversation?
Nah.
Dave and Sissy, people ask me about these faux cups. These Sharon calls them Fanleys, faux Stanleys. Dave and Sissy have another one on sale for $10.
You don't need it.
I'm not getting it. It's actually, the top is more like this, but the handle is open like that one. The top is more like this with the straws in the center, but it also has the flap to open. For $10, actually $10 and change. So make sure you sign up for that newsletter, Dave and Sissy. They have daily deals, Dave and Sissy deals. What?
Margaret is asking, Jim, are you just kicking back or is your back bothering you? Just kicking back until we're done with this, and then I've got projects to deal with.
I've been feeling so terrible. We had all these things we had I want to do. That's the thing. I sit here and my body doesn't work. My brain sure won't shut the heck up. And it's got all these plans and it's got all these things and I just can't help it. My sister-in-law Kathy said stop it. But I just can't help but be like, man, if this was 5 years ago, man, if this was 6 years ago, if I was still 20. Do you know what I mean? Like this is the what I had back then. This is what I would do. And I just be like, oh man. I was actually watching I was watching some old videos that came across my feed. My vlog channel sometimes pops up my old like craft videos when I'm on there.
Oh.
And I was watching some of the old ones and I was like, man, I was on Instagram, and Instagram I shared an old Instagram story. They were like shared memories, you know. And it was, I was in the car and I was really early in the morning and I went to the Dollar Tree when they were putting in my snack zone. And then I was going to go get Starbucks, and I'm like, man, was I a different person, you know? Just to be able to do those things by myself without any care in the world. I'm just like, man, I miss that. I miss that chick. I miss her a lot. She was cool. Now she's trapped in here, in this old broken body. So it is what it is. We're going to get there again. I told Jim. I said, I'm hoping when I go to the spine surgeon, he's just going to be like, it's better, it's fixed, you can do everything you want. And that'd be great. I'm going to get my fingers crossed for that. But do you need to ask me some more questions, or we can go?
Well,
What are you doing?
I'm checking the weather.
Oh.
Kathy Disney is asking how the weather is. It's 97 today.
Feels like, oh, she's saying it's 97 today? Oh.
Yeah. Well, it is 92 here. So.
But it feels like
Well,
we have a heat index warning coming starting yesterday till tonight, right?
Yep. Let's see here. Feels like 92. The humidity is only 55%.
Let's go out. 92 still feels like an oven, even if the humidity's low.
Yep. Yeah, they're talking about heat waves here, so.
I think I've told you guys before I moved here, I didn't know there was going to be humidity in the middle of the country, in the mountains. I know this isn't mountains to Jim, but it's mountains. It's mountains, more mountains than are in Long Island, I'll tell you that much.
No,
when you grow up on sea level, everything's a mountain.
But, yeah. I wanted to move to Colorado because it it felt cooler than it really is where we were looking. And that was like, look out a window in the right direction, you'll see Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
And
Come out?
when we were there in July a couple years ago, I was looking at Pikes Peak going,
It was
oh,
last year.
look, there's snow
Sweetheart.
on the mountains.
Sweetheart, it was last year.
Oh, what? So long ago.
I know. And I drove the whole way there and the whole way home, and while we were there and all around there.
Yeah, that's why I like Colorado. You don't feel the humidity.
Well, there is no humidity, but that's the same thing with Las Vegas.
Yeah, but up in the mountains, you got that cool breeze. So
Sometimes. Sometimes you're closer to the sun.
and sometimes you actually have a smart idea.
Getting off? Oh. He's so funny. He must be Funny's cousin, not Funny. All right. You want to get her out, or you want to stop the vlog and then get her out? Because she's ready to come out. You guys hear her? I don't know if you guys can hear her. But she's ready to come out.
I want to.
Clean up the table. I'll take my bag back. I wanted her to be asleep when you went shopping because you're not going to take her. Because I can't occupy her. I can't entertain her for as long as it takes you to go out to the store. So yesterday, I didn't guilt Jim into taking her. His daughter guilted him into taking her because while he was out going, let me see if I can fit her in the car. Like, I had talked him into, like, she hasn't been out in a really long time. You haven't taken her anywhere. By that time, I videotaped her. She whined and stood at the door and jumped at the door and ran to the door and came to me. And I tried to distract her. So you can hear me going, like, come on, baby, you want to give mommy kisses? You want to hug? Want to play? Want to get the bunny? Like, all these things I was trying to distract her with. And all she kept doing was going back to the door and whining for her dad to go out. She wanted to go out. When she sees him get dressed, she knows what's happening. She knows.
Hey, let's all go to Wasala.
I am ready.
It's 56 degrees there.
I'm ready. And the sun doesn't go down till what? What is it now? Sun going down at 9 o'clock at night? It's still that close to the equinox. That's that close to the equinox that her sun is land of the midnight sun, right? There's when Sharon first moved to Florida, and when Lisa was taking me to Georgia, I want to go to Walmart at 2 o'clock in the morning. That was my big giant fantasy. To just be like to shop at 2 o'clock in the morning when nobody's there. You could take your time without the people. And that was a goal. And now my goal is to get to Wasala and have it be 10 o'clock at night and the sun's still up. Is it Wasilla, though? You said Wasilla. Oh, okay. I was going to say... I
said Wasala, but...
You did, but I started to repeat you instead. But I think we have to go mainly because not only the dog, but you have to go to the store. You don't have to, but you said you were going to. You said you wanted to get your medicine. You have to...
that store.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you were also going to go to the grocery store.
Yeah, well, I'm not taking her with me to the grocery store.
I know you're not. I said I wanted to. I said that's why I wanted you to go while she was asleep.
You put her back to sleep.
In a little while. She'll go back to sleep in a little while.
I can put her back to sleep right now.
Not. He's so bad. I guess this is it, guys. I don't know if you guys have more. I said somebody has a comment. Just let her out so everybody can say hi to her. You clean up the table. Right. You have my Hello Kitty bag?
I gave it to you.
Oh, goodness. He did. Sorry.
You talk about me with poor memory.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was very distracted, but yes, you're right. Here she comes.
Just watch what you do.
Gentle.
Careful in there. Hey.
Yep, she's sniffing the tripod. Hi, mamas. Come say hi. Give me kisses.
Good girl.
Good girl. Oh, what a good girl. Nope, she doesn't want to see me. She doesn't want to give me kisses. Give me.
Come
Oh, I'm going to grab. This is what happens. See, I'm here. I might as well not be here.
Come here. Okay.
Oh, goodness, that's not working. Try this. There you go. Ah, I stuck. It's magnetic.
See a tail. Hey, Good girl. Good girl.
See, I'm not here unless I have a snack. Unless I have a treat. Do I have a treat? Do I have a treat? Oh wait, Daddy's got. Hold on. Oh, hold on. He's got. Oh, the leg. Hi. Hi, Dad. I'm just gonna trap my dad. This is what I have to deal with. I'm second fiddle.
Stop on.
The Oreo show is about to begin. Oreo gotta go outside, gotta go potty. You gotta go potty? No? Okay. I'm just gonna lay there and stretch!
Okay, I thought I saw a new comment.
He's been doing really much better with her. I don't know if you guys can even see me, but he's been doing much better with her and her training. He's starting to use commands, verbal commands, not just physical redirection, so that's kind of great. Listen, I love you. If nobody's told you that you're loved today, you can always come by and hear how much I love you, because I love you guys very much. And as always, take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Let me see if I can do this.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. You don't go anywhere yet. I want to see something. Where's now playing? Hold on.
Ow. Hey.
You see me doing this without my glasses again, right? Like, I know what I'm doing. The walkie-talkie is not now playing. Now playing. That's it. Hold on. I gotta get my glasses on. I was wondering if I can stop that with my phone. It was recognizing. There we go. Now playing. They changed the icon. It's not my fault. Bye. Let me see if I can pause it. No, nothing. That was worth a shot. Bye, everybody. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Go ahead, babe. Bye.